matchup. We're all set to go. As it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Good. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come and playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
It's different because all football players are
the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there? Yeah. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he must increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. You talk about this Titan defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. DK to return. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
Himself right now because he's coming up with a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you just tell, early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there. And things are starting to fall into place. And talking to the guy, the defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First and 10.
Here we go. Pollard taking up the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing now, Ward.
Oh, I seen that late as fuck.
Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport stay. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Going for it. Here's Ward. He'll try to do it himself. Throw right side. Wilson.
Tony Pollard.
They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off the hot start to due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are the 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
1 yard gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1. Throwing is Ward. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things broke down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting the lane to throw, he pivoted and found the match on their way to the marker.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. To throw is Ward. Looking for Riven on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Out of the gun again to Spears. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. Here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And here's again to Spears. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 more yards. That's another Titans. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about that until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. And this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Now Ward. Throw right side, we're going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
Oh, this nigga again.
There's another one intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a
Oh, God.
extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good. And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Offense back out there, and we'll shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with. Great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
First down, it's Pollard again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 48-yard line. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll shift things around. Trying to run forward Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard. They'll try and throw forward with Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 10. Zone ready to give to Hampton. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The 24-yard line.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Ward. That's caught left side by Almeida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Ward. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. It could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And good covers there for the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other. 33-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he is swallowed right at the line. What a difference on play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Cameron Dicker on now to try to field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners. And they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days that they break from last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Come on. It's a late-ass throw, guys.
It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
One from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Let's go now. Go.
Again, it's Ward. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely have to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60, trap 60.
Ward now working out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Oh, my God. You got to move forward, all right?
And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten over himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Short throw to Disney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you get real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
Yeah.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Operating from the gun. Ward. Off the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Cowboy 8. Go.
To the air again. Ward. That's into the hands of Alexander. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down. First and 10 15-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Throwing is Ward. Wilson's got it on the crossing move. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Garrett Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Slade is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Joey Slide out to kick off after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Throw the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 7. Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Giving another one right back to Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
possession here. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jair Allen makes a pick. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. And Scott Hansen with our halftime over. No problem with us. We'll skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Ward. Over the middle, he's going to find Ironman. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
And the Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, here's Ward. Over the middle line, complete to Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
17 yards. That's another Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing again here, Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
On the jump.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Here's Ward. Fighting through pressure. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Good coverage downfield, led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit that and hit some big plays.
And he's able to work 3 for about 6 down to the 18.
18-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
19, 18. Panther 60, Panther 60. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought
Ooh, shit. Yeah, in a second, Jay. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I need to punch this in.
That's their first time getting the quarterback sack number 1
much not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you showed them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Titans have got back to where the score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
All right, bro. Love you too, bro.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
26-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Herbert.
Oh, my God, you got to step up.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Running those were a premium in the first half. He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Yes.
And there's Leo Chanel who got in to drop it.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jeffrey Simmons providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They go back to Pollard on second down. And this is going to be the Titans' first down as he gets out past the 35.
Second to his prime time for a little bit of a gamble. As they open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
Second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now Ward. And he completes it to Wilson. That's good. The completion there was 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw. Moore. That is caught. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Titans. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Chargers 20.
Joey Slide out to kick off after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now Herbert with him looking to pass. Pass to the side.
Come on, Legarius.
Passes to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In motion right is Johnston. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. yards, and that leaves him just short, sort of a third and less than a yard. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, it's Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold. 2 yards.
Spider-Man toys.
And with this, rubber spending.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Herbert off the play action.
Come on, guys. Damn.
Another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A run once more with Hampton. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to be laid up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the
And I wish I was see. I wish I was
lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Ward. A short throw taken in by Conquest. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go. Set. 18 corner. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he stopped immediately there. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the Chargers 5-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. A short throw taken in by Conklin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
19.
Back to throw. Moore. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adafe Owe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A 49-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you're talking about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there. All that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Herbert now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Oh, boy, kind of hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go.
On the give, this is Hampton. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready. 46.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
The Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Allen, the man in motion left. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Give her to Hampton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run once more with Dillon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 1st down.
Come on.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, another one for Dillon. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Dillon up to the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Running at the middle, here's Dillon. And he's across for a touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead of the touchdown. And now
We're getting you right away. I would have cried.
Things get good in the fourth
And
quarter.
I would have clicked
Well, you don't
outside.
see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here.
Why you come back from there right now?
We're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field. Now, that incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And that one too wide and incomplete. One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tennessee, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.
Hey, Dad. Hey, son. Wait a second. Is that cotton candy?